I would like to call the meeting of the St. Louis County Board of Zoning Adjustment to order. The board members present today are Angelia Bills Chair, Justin Randall Vice Chair, and Vincent Nutt Member. The Department of Planning staff members are Debbie Nesbitt, Abby Freudel, Gretchen Arnold, and Abiola Adestana. Also on the call is John Burfer from the County Counsel's Office. First, I'd like to offer into the record the affidavit of publication pertaining to today's meeting, June 12, 2024. The board hereby takes official notice of and admits into evidence on the record the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 1003, the St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended, and Chapter 1004, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended. Next, I'd like to call for a motion to approve the minutes of the previous BZA meeting on May 29, 2024.
I move to approve the minutes as presented.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 It carries. This meeting is conducted as a teleconference and is recorded. The planning staff will read each request into the record and present technical advice to the board if needed. The petitioner will be unmuted, state their name, and make a brief presentation to the board explaining the reason and hardship of the variance. The board will not consider financial hardships. Board members may ask questions to clarify the facts. When the board is satisfied with the material presented, the chairperson will then ask if there is anyone in favor or opposition to the request. To do so, click the hand next to your name. If any comments were submitted, staff will read them into the record. Before a call for the vote, the petitioner may request a continuance in order to bring in additional documentation. The board may also request a continuance to gather additional information or for a visit to the site. Once comments have been heard, the chairperson will call for a vote. At that time, the discussion has ended. No further discussion is permitted. The board will generally make a decision today. If a variance is approved, the petitioner has 6 months to obtain the necessary permits or establish the use requested, or the variance will expire. The petitioner or any interested party has the right of appeal to the St. Louis County Circuit Court. Paperwork indicating the board's decision will be mailed to the petitioners.
Okay, let's get started. So 51-24, Matthew and Elizabeth Monken is a request for an exception to the side yard regulation for the purpose of constructing a deck and stairs and maintaining an existing pool deck at 5004 Flintwood Drive, maintaining a side yard of 3 feet in lieu of 8 feet for the deck and stairs, and a side yard of 0 feet in lieu of 8 feet for the pool deck, as required by the R3 Residence District Regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. I did not check anyone for this petition. Is there anyone on the call that is here to represent 51-24, Matthew and Elizabeth Monken? I do not see anyone still. We can move this to the end of the petition.
I'll make a motion to move 51-24 to the end of the agenda.
I second. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Passes.
6-24, Michael Roy is a request for an exception to the rear yard and off-street parking regulations to construct a carport and to expand a gravel driveway in lieu of a paved driveway at 5638 Willard Avenue, maintaining a rear yard of 2 feet in lieu of 15 feet as required by the R5 Residence District Regulations and the Section 1003.165 off-street parking and loading regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. I did not check anyone for this petition too as well. Is there anyone here on this call to represent this petition? I do not see any hands still.
Fabiola, there is a mic in the attendees. Do you want to ask him to unmute?
Okay. Hi, Mike.
Oh, he just sent a message to the chat that he is not here for this petition.
Okay, in the matter of 56-24, I recommend to move to the end of the agenda.
I second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Passes.
57-24, Annual Ibresi, what is the first person name? Is a request for an exception to the front yard regulations for the purpose of constructing an attached one-car garage at 5656 Charlotte Forest Drive, maintaining a front yard of 10 feet in lieu of 20 feet along Mountaintop Drive as required by the R3 Residence District Regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance and PEU Ordinance 7284. I'm going to request that you unmute yourself, Anil, to present your case to the board.
How are you guys doing today?
Fine, how are you?
Not too bad. So I'm requesting this variance. I really need this garage space. And I also have all the utility companies that released the easement to me. And I've got letters from the neighbors saying that they're all okay about this project being built.
Okay, have you turned in the letters to the staff?
No, this was after they told me to apply for the variance. But I do have the easement releases, and they have been submitted to the portal.
Mhm.
Can you state your hardship?
I'm sorry.
Your hardship, can you state your hardship for the reason for the request for variance?
Well, I already have a parking spot right there, as you see in the picture, right next to the house. It's still once the garage is built, it's still about 11 feet off the property line from the proposed built garage.
Mhm. And I see you have a corner lot as well, so there is no neighbor on that side of the carport you're building.
Correct. So my neighbor, right, what you see right there to the right, he's okay with this being proceed. I mean, if he agreed for me to get this built, so he has no issues with that.
Corner lot. Staff, how is he on lot size? Coverage?
He's fine with lot coverage because it's going to be attached to the home.
Okay. Second structure.
And is there an existing garage, or was it converted, or is this
Yes,
an expansion?
yes. There's an existing 2-car garage, right? What you see in this picture right here. So we're just gonna add another small, 1-car garage. It's gonna be 10 feet wide by 27 feet. It's a little less than the width of the house.
It's hard to see in the photo. Is that an existing paved area?
It is correct. That's a paved concrete parking spot.
And will the garage basically follow the footprint of?
Yes, it's
There.
actually it's a little bit less than what the what you see in the picture, what the parking spot is right now next to the house. It's about a foot less of that. And it's also gonna be offset by 1 foot off the left side corner house.
I'm just trying to go off of this photo here. Will it come up to what I perceive is a fence with brick structure fence?
So yeah, that's all coming down.
That
Those,
will come down. Okay.
yeah, yes, sir.
I have no further questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
No questions. No more
Is
questions.
there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I do not see any hands. So at this time, I'm going to mute the petitioner so the board can take a vote.
And what is that number again?
This is 57-24.
In
Thank
the
you, guys.
matter of 57-24, I vote to approve the variance as advertised. The hardship being just the need for additional space for cars.
I'll second that with the caveat that it's also a corner lot.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any against?
Opposed.
Okay. Okay, the motion passes. Thank you.
58-24, Adin Popik is a request for an exception to the rear yard regulations for the purpose of constructing an in-ground swimming pool and retaining wall at 6947 Meadow Haven Lane, maintaining a rear yard of 4 feet in lieu of 15 feet as required by the R2 Residence District regulations and the density development procedure of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. So I'm going to request for the petitioners to unmute themselves to present the case to the board.
Afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon.
I've never done this before, so I'm a little bit nervous. And I'll do my best to present what you're looking for. So we're looking for a variance on the backside of our lot that backs to common ground in order to construct an in-ground swimming pool.
And what is your hardship?
Our main and biggest hardship is that when the builder built the home, they weren't 100% honest with us as far as the setbacks and everything. So if we don't get approval on the variance, the project's not going to happen. There's just not enough room to build a pool.
Go back to the site plan. Is that an easement along there as well that I saw, or that's just
There's no, I'm sorry to interrupt, but as far as we're aware, there's no easements in the backyard.
And is there an HOA or anything for this common ground?
What do you mean by that, sir?
Any housing association or anything like that that would require an approval?
I do have approval from the HOA already. I did not submit that. I didn't know you needed that, but that was the first thing I did is get approval from the HOA.
Okay. I have no further questions.
I don't have any questions. It's kind of a odd shaped lot there, with the cul-de-sac bulb there.
Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I do have one person here, so I'm going to unmute himself to present his case. Hi, Nemin.
Fabiola, real quick, before the neighbor starts speaking, please put the petitioner on mute, and if there's a need for a rebuttal, we can ask for that. Thank you.
Hi, Nemin.
How's it going? I'm just voting in favor. I live 2 houses away, and I understand the constraints with the backyard, and it's right next to common ground, so there's really no one behind him as well, so don't have any issues.
Thank you. Okay, so that's 58-24.
right. In the matter of 58-24, based on the lot shape, I would recommend a motion to approve the variance as advertised.
Second that motion.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
We still do not have any representative for 51-24 and 56-24. So
Okay, so I motion that we move those two to the next meeting.
I second the motion.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, the motion passes.
that's
I
all
mean-
we have for you today.
Awesome. I'll make a motion
Thank
to adjourn the Board of Zoning Adjustment.
Second that.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to double check on that. Is it 2 week or in July? Sorry, what's the dates in July?
Let me check that.
I just want to make sure I didn't know
I
if
think
it would
the
be the
10th and the 24th.